Hello there. Welcome to episode 3, State of Decay. It's me, DK. The state I'm in is motion, forward motion, driving. Hey, good morning, good evening, or what are you doing up so late? So I've put up one episode. It's been up now. I've recorded a few before this, but this is the first one where I've had a little feedback. Yes, Rockman, you can be a guest on my podcast. I've had a little bit of positive feedback. That's good. I'm excited about it. I'm still not happy with the sound quality, but there's really not much I can do. I don't know. I'm sure there's something I could do, but I don't know. I haven't had time to look into better ways to record this as I move, so we're just going to get what we get for now. Yeah, it's early in the morning, and I'm just making my way downtown, except I'm on a highway. So, yeah. So I woke up this morning, and I had a little bit of a old school piece of music stuck in my head, and I'm like, what is that? And I realized it was this old, do you know Harry Chapin? He was a singer-songwriter, and I think he died in a car accident or something terrible, but my mom had this one Harry Chapin CD, and it was like a live thing, and he had all these songs. There's some like legit depressing songs on, I don't even know, like some of them are like really bad, well, not bad, but sad. And the song that was stuck in my head, though, is like a funny one, because it seems like he was also like a kind of funny, not like Weird Al funny, but like some of his songs had clever, twisty writing and fun little stories, right? So one of the ones was a song about bananas being trucked into Scranton, Pennsylvania. And the chorus goes, well, no, it's not just the chorus, is it? But it's a song about this trucker who crashes his truck and gets bananas everywhere. But in the live version, I don't know if there's a studio version. I've never even sought it out. But in the song, he talks like he breaks the format. It's crazy. And he like stops the song and he goes, well, here I tried to write an ending. So here's the first ending I came up with, and he'll play the ending, and then he'll go, so I played that ending for my brother, and he said, oh, it sucked. Or he'll go, whatever, someone didn't like the ending, or they weren't happy with it, whatever. And he has all these different endings to the song, which is kind of fun. And that made me think of, when he does say, oh, I showed it to my brother, and he said it sucked. I would always laugh. But my mom would like look at me if we were driving or something, and she'd go, don't repeat that. Don't repeat that. And now I say something sucks every 5 minutes or so. So, sorry, Mom. Yeah, that's good stuff. And some of those songs are super sad. I remember being really bummed out by them. But I kind of think maybe that's because I do listen to a lot of sad or downtrodden music. I listen to a lot of sad, or like, I don't know what else you call it, but it's like very emotional music. Some of the, like Steven Wilson's one of my favorites, and a lot of his stuff is just gets you in your soul and makes you want to cry. So I don't know, maybe that comes from Harry Chapin. I never put that together, but maybe that's why I enjoy that so much. Also, my mom listened to a lot of Enya, which was, I think, just popular at the time. And I think, again, I like a lot of that almost instrumental or very, very melodic and soft, but pretty and strange. I like all those things. So, yeah, I wonder if that's got more to do with my musical interests than I previously had thought. I don't know if I ever thought about it. Those are things that I love. And that reminds me of going to the theater. I live near St. Louis. And there's a nice theater in St. Louis called the Fabulous Fox Theater. And I always, like, I went to it recently to see a comedian, and I always forget how crazy the building is. It's beautiful on the inside. I'm sure you could Google pictures of it. there's this ceiling with this giant, I don't know what you call it, like it's like a centerpiece in the ceiling. It's this big ball, and or no, is it just a hole? I can't remember. But the ceiling's amazing. Is it a ball or is it a hole? I don't know. I think it might be like a groove thing. Shake your groove thing, by the way. I don't remember, but the ceiling is incredible, and there's all this like sculpted stuff. It's like a really old school theater, and like everything about it is old school. The lobby's old school. It's awesome. There's like no parking. You have to park. I don't know. Getting there sucks. Getting anywhere in St. Louis sucks. But I'm from a small town, so maybe that's just me. But my mom would have, I don't know if she had season tickets or she just went to a ton of shows and plays, but I would go to the Fox. It seemed like once a month or more. I saw a ton of plays, like How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, West Side Story, Phantom of the Opera, just tons and tons of them. And I think the only one I liked a lot of them, but I think Phantom of the Opera was my favorite. But there's nothing like, we always had these like the same seats. She always had the same tickets. She must have had some kind of pass or something. But yeah, it was really nice. I liked it. I don't really think I like musicals, but there's just something nice. I have this love for going to the theater, and I think maybe it extended from that. I love to go to the movie theater. It's one of my favorite things. Even if I'm not super interested in the movie, for me, there is nothing better than walking in, tell them what you want to see, get your popcorn and your snacks. You sit down, it's dark. I like to get there early, like 20 minutes early, if not more, which is crazy. And our theater doesn't show, like you go to a big like AMC theater and they're always showing like trailers for TV shows and like go to the concession stand, or like we look at these actors from this new movie, want to tell you about it, or like trivia. Did you know that Tom Cruise, his teeth are weird? Whatever the thing is, and which is true, by the way. Look it up; it's terrifying. But our theater doesn't do that. Our theater just has this thing where it's like, "Welcome to movie theater." It's worded that way. Welcome to movie theater. And then it shows this weird, and by the way, this is like right before the movie starts. It's not like half an hour before. But it shows this horrible, like bad CG, red carpet. There's like a velvet rope, and there's people along the lines like taking pictures of you. Like you're the star and you've shown up to the premiere, right? And it's like, welcome to the cinema, and this is the best locally owned and operated cinema in the United States, or in the country is what he says. The best locally owned and operated cinema in the country. And it shows like the the logo for the theater like really badly copied and pasted over like the door of the building. It's so bad. And then it's like, and it shows this really up close right after this. It's so dumb. It shows the lettering, and it says our cinema is called West Side Cinema, right? And it shows the letters really close for West Side Cinema, but you can't tell what it is, and it's all like ornate gold carved, and it's like slow motion, and it's got this like transformer noise. It's like boing, boing, and then it just pulls out, and it just says West Side Cinema. But like, it's like it doesn't fit the tone of the cinema at all. Our cinema, as I say, is a locally owned and operated one, right? And when you walk in, if you go to there's four screens. If you go to any of the screens on the right, screens 3 and 4, there's like a little roped off area, and it's like this giant collection of Coca-Cola merchandise. I guess it's related to movies because you can get a Coke there, but you could have that anywhere and say, well, we sell Coke here. It doesn't really make sense. It's been there forever, and it just keeps growing. It's super odd. I guess he just didn't have anywhere else to put his weird Coke collection. It's just very strange. There's an R2-D2 like drink dispenser that I always look at, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if he'd get rid of that. But what would I do with it? I mean, I'd put drinks in it. But the only way to get an R2-D2 drink dispenser, in my opinion, is to get the one from Return of the Jedi when he's on the sail barge. And C-3PO bumps into him and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Bleep, bleep, bleep." And he's like, "Well, I can see you're serving drinks." He says, "I'm serving drinks." I'm just doing my job, dude. Here's a question. This is a legit question. I just thought of this. When R2-D2 arrives at Jabba's palace, and they put him to work, right? And the droid guy's like, "I have need for you on the master's sail barge. Fit him with a restraining bolt." If he gets a restraining bolt, how can he do the thing where he launches the lightsaber? How do you bypass the restraining bolt? I need some tech person to tell me how to bypass the restraining bolt. Isn't that odd? I never thought about that before. You're right. R2 gets it, not C-3PO, or maybe he does as well. But I think he says something like, "You'll soon learn some respect. Fit him with the restraining bolt." It's along those lines. It sounds like a Dalek. Exterminate. I'm also not a big Doctor Who fan. It's fine. I get why people love it, and I think there is probably some alternate universe where I do love Doctor Who, but I feel like it's one of those things I didn't watch it in time, and I'm trying to go back and watch it. Like, I started with the reboot, and I don't know. The episode with the mannequins, that's fun, but I don't know what it is. Like, everything about it I should love. And it's fun now at this point because it's older. It's like came out in, around the year 2000 or so? And it looks like a lot of those shows I was watching, like Buffy and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't look great. And I feel like I should love a weird British... It's not a comedy, but it's pretty funny sometimes. I feel like I should love that. But for whatever reason, maybe it's that not all of them, but many of the Doctor Who fans are, I don't know if I want to be in that crowd. And that sounds mean. I don't know if that's right. That's not what I mean. Maybe it's like, maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I just don't get it. I don't know. Or maybe I haven't given enough of a chance. Convince me on Doctor Who. Maybe I will watch it. I like the things about it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I understand it. Like, I get it. I like that it regenerates. I think that's cool. It's a fun way to play with the fact that one actor doesn't want to play the Doctor for his whole life. And I don't have any stake in this, but I think the fact that he's becoming a woman now is, why the hell did it take this long? It should have been like the third transformation. Why didn't you? I don't know. I think it should be all sorts of people. You should open that up. Now, some of these things, I don't want to get in trouble here, but like with some of those, I think it does make sense. Like when they do like a reboot and gender swap, some of those I think it does make sense. But then some of those, like, I don't know. So like, I'll give you two examples. I think the Ghostbusters reboot was great. I love every actor in that movie, and it in no way ruins the original movie. It's fine. Just don't watch it if you don't like it. I mean, really, it's as simple as that. If you wanted a full-on Ghostbusters 3, that was never going to happen. Well, it did. It's like the video game. If you want Ghostbusters 3, the video game for PS3, 360, PC is just called Ghostbusters, I think. That's based on the script for Ghostbusters 3, from what I understand. So that's as close as you're going to get. And it has the original original actors. That might be as close as you get. I don't know if they could ever recapture, like, I don't know if you'd want to see old Dan Aykroyd trying to be a ghost hunter again. I don't know, maybe that'd be funny, but I don't know if it'd be funny for the same reasons. You know what I mean? And plus we've lost Harold Ramis. I don't know. I don't know. I think doing what they did was great. And I really liked the female, the what was it, 2016? Whatever that was. Answer the Call is the name of the movie, technically. I think that worked. But then, like, there's some talk of, like, some people want James Bond to be a woman. And I just don't know. I'm not saying you can't have a character like that that's female. Of course you can. Watch Atomic Blonde. She's awesome. And it's nothing to do with gender. I just don't know. Does that change the character too much? Like, at that point, does it become a different character? Or am I completely wrong? I don't know. I also, well, like there's also been like people want Idris Elba to be James Bond. I'm totally cool with that. He could absolutely be Bond. Like I think he'd be a super fun James Bond. He could be the badass Bond, but he's got comedic timing. He's really funny. He's a great actor. He's in really good shape. He's a handsome fella. Why Idris Elba? We should have had that. I'm very sad that we didn't. Thanks, Daniel Craig, for shuffling your feet. But yeah, I don't know. Does making James Bond a woman, does that make me a horrible person? I just don't know if it would be the same. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the new one comes out and it's Jane Bond and she's amazing, and I feel like a total jerk. But my initial reaction is, I don't know if that would work. But maybe it would. Maybe I'm talking through it right now and I'm thinking, maybe that does work. Maybe I'm a total jerk. It's not sexism, I don't think. But or maybe it is like I don't know. I'm definitely not sexist. I don't know. Maybe I just talked myself into a corner. Let's talk about it some more. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody. I really don't know. That's a good question, isn't it? Let's talk about it some more. Anyway, okay. Let's go. Let's move beyond that. And it's out of my hands anyway. I really have nothing to do with this. So they do cast a lady to be James Bond. Who do we cast? The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm trying to figure out why I thought that. I guess you could have, or what if what are they saying? Like, are they saying that a lady should just play the character James Bond, and like, would they make her up like a man? Is that what people are, or would it be like Jane Bond? Is that what it would be? Either way, I guess I'd be open to it. I would be open to it. I wouldn't be like, man. I would definitely be open to it. But if it fundamentally changes the character, then I don't know if I can go for it. I don't know. I like when, that's kind of the fun of Bond, though. And kind of like Doctor Who, you get all these different actors and you can see their different takes on it. And it wouldn't make the old movies bad. I guess I can apply the same logic to the Ghostbusters. You guys, I think I just talked through this. I had said to someone before, like, I don't know if James Bond could be a woman. But that seems dumb. Why couldn't it be? I don't know. Who would be a good Lady Bond? I'm trying to think here. If you go with someone like, is there like a current day, like Sean Connery female equivalent? Does that exist? I bet it does. I have to think about it. But now, okay, I could. Oh, and they make Blofeld a woman too. Like it would be Tilda Swinton, right? It would have to be. And she'd be bald still and have the scar and like the cat and stuff. That would be cool. I would be cool with that. It might be better than what we got in Spectre. That's some weirdness. Not that he was bad, but the thing they did with the character, where he's like, I'm your brother, James, and I'm the author of all your pain. I don't know. That's weird. Oh, now I don't know. I got myself all frazzled about this Lady James Bond thing. I think I've officially changed my stance. I hope you don't hate me for it, but I think a lady could play James Bond, or Jane Bond, or whatever you want to call it. And I feel dumb for thinking they couldn't, because of course they could. Yeah. So if you want to be mad, send me a message. That's okay. But yeah, I've officially, I'm saying a lady could be James Bond. Who would be good? I'm trying to think of anyone that would be good. Like, it has to be British, right? I'm trying to think of any British, like, badass ladies. Well, and I just keep thinking of Atomic Blonde. She was so good in that, and like badass. And I think that might be part of what changed my mind. Like, it's definitely possible. It's beyond possible. I don't know. Well, like, okay, have you seen John Wick or John Wick 2? There's these like lady assassins. They're awesome. There's one or two of them. Both the characters are great. I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll think about it some more, and then in the next one we'll talk more about it. I got all hung up on that. I'm trying to disengage from that. I can't stop thinking about it now. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I like to think that I'm a pretty open person, and I can't believe I even said, I don't know if a lady could. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's possible. I think it's doable. Let's make it happen. Tell me who you think should play. I don't care who it is. Gender doesn't really matter. Tell me who should play the next James Bond, because you know I love James Bond. And also, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a return to the silly James Bond. I'm looking forward to like the Roger Moore style coming back and having a bit more fun. I love Daniel Craig ones. Casino Royale is maybe the best Bond movie. I'm not saying he's the best Bond, but I think maybe Casino Royale is the best movie. It's hard to say that it's not for me. Although, if we look in terms of which one I've watched the most, it might be View to a Kill. But there are many reasons why. And that one's one of those, like, so bad it's good. The first 45 minutes is horse racing. Why? Why? I don't know. Anywho, thanks for listening. I think that's it for now. We'll continue this later. I appreciate you tuning back in, and despite the bad audio quality, the bumping and thumping and wind noises and me being dumb. I appreciate it, and I will be back soon with more. Yeah, thanks for watching / listening. There's not much to look at, I guess, but may the force be with you. Bye.